and welcome to ESPN Cricket Info's Match Day Run Order. I'm Alexis Nunez, and let me just introduce you to my crew. I've got Gaurav Squared, always the brains of the operation, and then I've got our two experts, Ajit Agarkar and James Faulkner.
They're not
Big
the brains
night.
of the operation.
They're not. Well, they're more the
heart of the operation.
Yeah, they've been out there. They know, they can tell us. And then nobody really spits stats like this, Gaurav, right? And then you're just ever a vessel of wisdom. And then I'm just here to talk, which is something I do best. Anyways, let's talk about the matchup tonight because it is a big one. I know we keep saying it, but this one really is a big one. The Mumbai Indians, possibly the most successful team in the IPL this season, up against Virat Kohli and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Two teams that really need to bounce back, and you'll have a look at the stats since 2016 when these two teams have gone up against each other. Mumbai with a better record, we could say that, but tonight Mumbai are a team that's hurting. They are 0-3. They have yet to get any points on the board, and the Royal Challengers Bangalore, 1 win, 2 losses. They definitely would want to bounce back. So gentlemen, who's the pressure on more tonight?
Both teams, they're both struggling at the moment, aren't they? So we just saw then that Bangalore have won the toss, so Virat's obviously worried about chasing.
I know, well, we talk about Mumbai Indians and the pressure on them, but we know it's nothing new for them to have a slow start, but they've got 2 losses at home already, so surely the pressure would start to build in, or I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 3 losses, and yeah, we keep saying they've started slow before and gone on to win the tournament. I don't think it quite works out that way every time. All their 3 games have been very, very close, and sometimes you start to, whilst you're in a way happy that you're competing with the other team, you want one of those results at least going your way. That means you're not playing the big moments as well as the other team is at the moment.
All right,
I think it's a must win for Mumbai, this one, just for their confidence.
Definitely, they need that. Quick update on the toss. RCB have won the toss and they have opted to bowl. Virat Kohli saying it's damp, there's cloud cover, and it's a tough ground to defend, so they want to chase. Gaurav, it's like they haven't been watching the last 2 days, have they?
Yeah, three straight games, so that were won by the team batting first, but Virat Kohli hasn't gone down that route. Actually, Jimmy's decided to bowl first on winning the toss, and in the way that the team is set up, I believe there will be some changes. Sarfaraz is coming back, Corey Anderson is playing, but that still means the way the team is set up, they would always want to be chasing a target, isn't it, Royal Challengers?
Yeah, I mean, with their bowling attack, unless something changes and they get a Stark or somebody in somehow, I can't see their attack really wanting to defend too many totals. And they've got the batsmen to chase down anything, but that's just too much pressure on the top 3 or 4 guys to keep doing it every game, and so far they haven't been able to do it successfully.
All right, well, I think we have some team news now. We can have a look, starting with the defending champions and the hosts tonight, the Mumbai Indians. I believe a certain name has moseyed his way onto the squad, and it is Mitch McClenaghan, guys.
Yeah, Mitch McClenaghan coming back into that playing 11, and out goes Akila Dhananjay. When we spoke to the guys yesterday as well, Alexis, both of them felt that the extra pace would be useful. Ajit went for Adam Milne instead of this McClenaghan selection, but McClenaghan is a proven T20 performer, has done well at this ground before, so obviously that's the reason they've gone for him.
Yeah, and he played the first game as well, so you would think he's slightly ahead in the pecking order. Adam Milne has just joined them, so I mean it could have been one of the either, but they had to make that change. I don't think they could. They've got Krunal Pandya and Markande, who's been their best bowler this season, so another spinner at 1KD not really needed at all.
Yeah, obviously, I reckon much for muchness. I would have liked the extra pace with Milne, but like you said, Mitch played the first game of the tournament. Now, the big thing for me is I don't think it's necessarily their bowling. Last game we saw them get off to a great start, and they just fell in a heap the last 5 overs, lost 5 for 30 odd. So they should have won the last game.
Yeah, and lost on the last ball.
Yeah, so it's.
In fact, that's been the consistent theme with Mumbai. It isn't like they've had big losses like the one Delhi suffered last night or this. They've always taken, every game's gone to the final over. They've batted first in every game. They're going to have to bat first here again. So they've lost, but they haven't been awful in the tournament.
Yeah, and they've lost 4 tosses. That's something Rohit cannot control, but that's a big thing, especially in this format. You may want to chase sometimes and try to change the way you're planning and you're approaching. And with RCB, both the teams are kind of, their core remains the same. They know each other well. I think one of the bigger reasons of getting in Mitchell McClenaghan is because he's really troubled Kohli in the past, and he's a left-hand bowler. There is an angle there which adds variety. I know Mustafizur is there, but I guess that's another
Like
reason.
Dhaval, Stubble, Kohli and bowls for
and
1
then
over
went
the
for
game.
three fours. But I mean, in the last game also, Bangalore did decide to win, bowl first on winning the toss, and then got taken for 200 runs by someone that Ajit described as a lighter version of Rohit Sharma in many ways. So this is perhaps the right game for Rohit Sharma to get into some form and get a big one against Bangalore in this game.
Yeah, I think Rohit will hit his straps at some stage. He missed out the first couple of games, but he's a class act, and I'm sure it's only going to be a matter of time until he takes a game away from an opposition team.
He's got to bat number 3 though. I mean, Ishan Kishan's played a couple of decent innings, but Rohit's still got to bat number 3. I mean, unless there's a leg spinner on, and that's the only reason they want to send a left-hander. Rohit Sharma's got to bat as many balls as possible.
All right, well, if it's one thing that's been a constant in this year's IPL, it's that the West Indians have been adding some flair. One such West Indian is Evan Lewis. We're going to discuss him in just a bit, but before, have a look at this video.
Which West Indies T20 specialist is tall, left-handed, opens the batting and hits a lot of big sixes? Nope, it's not Chris Gayle we're talking about. It's Evan Lewis, or if the buzz in cricket circles is to be believed, Chris Gayle version 2.0. The next big thing of West Indies cricket has hit headlines thanks to his clean hitting in the arc that reminds us of Gayle, his CPL team opening partner and also his mentor. Lewis has not played a single IPL game, but has already shown a passionate liking towards Indian bowlers. He has not one, but 2 international T20 centuries against India, and the fire he showed in both of them shot him into the record books. He has the highest score in a T20I run chase, and he is now in a list that includes power hitters such as McCullum, Gale, Maxwell, and his Mumbai Indians captain Rohit Sharma. Evan's strike rate in T20s is at a lofty 146, which makes him a captain's go-to man to give explosive starts to innings. And since June 2016, it has shot up even further. He has also hit sixes every 7 balls. That's more frequently than all other batsmen, including Gale, Chris Lynn or A.B. de Villiers. The opener's Walk of Fame at Mumbai has had iconic names such as Tendulkar, Jayasuriya and Ricky Ponting. As they begin a new era, they will need Evan Lewis to fill in those big shoes right away.
All right, so there you have some stats on Evan Lewis, somebody that we're very excited about in the West Indies region. And of course, here in the IPL, just seeing that he has been getting some quick fire runs, a lot of people wanting to see him convert, those to half centuries and possibly centuries. So my question is, guys, how do Mumbai get the best out of him? Where do you see his best position in the batting order?
Oh, for me, it's got to be at the top, but it's all right opening up with someone, but you've got to give them confidence. It's his first IPL. There's a lot of pressure. You can see that in some of his shot selection, but he's got so much power. The way he accesses the ball, it's second to none, and there's no surprise he hits a boundary. Was it every 6 balls? 6 or 7 balls? He's got 3 really good starts at the start of the tournament.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be so harsh.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, so the other batsman can almost play himself in a little bit. I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav opened the previous game. He could take a couple balls extra, but that's why someone like Evan Lewis can do at the top of the order.
Yeah, the major changes though, even as Evan Lewis has been playing every game for Mumbai, have been made by Bangalore, and let's actually take you through that playing 11 that they have picked today. Lots of talking points here. First look in this season for Mohammad Siraj. He comes into the playing 11. Chris Wokes has kept his place, but in comes Corey Anderson. So there's a little bit more bowling cover, if you like. Pawan Negi, just the 1 game before he's been dumped, and also out is Brendan McCullum. So Virat Kohli quite clearly now rethinking the way that he's setting up this team. Sarfraz Khan, one of the original retentions, coming back. Just thoughts, guys? There seems to be a lot of chopping and changing in this 11, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's not very common for a player to miss out for 1 game and then come back in. So for Sarfraz to come in is a bit of a surprise, I think. And then there was talk always of McCullum, whether he was going to play or not. Obviously, they're worried about the bowling, another bowling option. They brought Negi in, that didn't work, and now they've gone, well, we need to bring someone in that's an all-rounder or a bowler, and they've gone with the all-rounder in Anderson. So a little bit different.
Yeah, I would think Mandeep might open their innings, or Virat might open.
Virat might open their innings.
Corey Anderson might come down the order, and
that's right.
I'm not sure how much he's bowling at the moment.
That's right. That was the question I was going to ask you.
He didn't bowl in the last IPL, and that's why he lost his spot in the team, Mumbai Indians, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's a selection that Corey Anderson's been a sort of more a batsman. Off late, isn't it, Gaurav? He's not played a lot of it. He's not been bowling a lot because he's had some injury problems and all of that. And again, just correct me if I'm wrong, but he too wasn't picked up immediately at the auction.
Yeah, he was replaced for Nathan Coulter-Nile.
Yes.
And, it's a surprise. I expected Colin de Grandhomme to actually take that role. He's been playing around for quite some time. And Anderson numbers are, it's good. It's not like amazing in terms of the replacement. McCullum has pretty similar numbers, but obviously the position, I'm guessing, like Ajit said, Anderson should be the middle order. And the fact is, maybe the only logic I can think of, he has played for Bombay, he has played at Wankhede, and maybe he knows the conditions a little bit.
My only thing is, I know Alexis is going to take us to the first poll question, but the concern Bangalore have is with their fast bowling. In the last game, it was the fast bowlers that got decimated.
That's why I feel Mohammad Siraj is a good addition.
Yeah, although Mohammad Siraj's gone for a lot of runs.
Yeah, but at least he has the ability to get wickets, and that's what sort of everyone took notice of the first time that he played.
Yes.
Kejrolia again didn't do too badly, but very inexperienced. So you at least have a guy who's played in the IPL before and been under a little bit of pressure.
All right, well, let's take it to the first poll. As we were just speaking about Corey Anderson, we know we like to get your opinions on the team changes. So this one, Anderson for McCullum, was that the right move? Use this emoji if you think yes, and that angry emoji if you absolutely disagree with it.
I suspect this will be split down the middle.
I think so too. There's a lot of love for Baz, but
yes.
I think if he bowls, or if he's going to bowl and he's bowling well enough, then it's a good change. Yes. Bangalore need that. I don't think they need everyone batting at the top of the order and then nothing in the middle, and if he's bowling, then gives them another option.
Yeah, and he bowls and also doesn't compromise on any of the power hitting that Bangalore have in that lineup. I mean, Virat you would not classify as that, but AB de Villiers, Quinton de Kock, and also now with the availability of it's almost like they are taking care of their bowling in a way, to include all of these guys, be prepared to chase down big targets, and it didn't quite happen in the last game when they had 200 plus to chase down, but it's almost insurance against what is acknowledged to be perhaps one of the weaker bowling attacks in the tournament.
I was actually a bit surprised that Tim Southee didn't make the cut, at least for this game. It swings early on in Wankhede. We saw even Deepak Chahar bowling a couple of overs very good, and Southee is good, and Vokes hasn't shown anything that is special for him to be there, but I guess that thoughts on that?
Yeah, the only way I could really justify that is if Corey's going to bowl. Otherwise, I'd prefer Baz in the team. That's just my own opinion, but we'll soon find out whether he's going to roll the arm over on him.
He goes at 10 and over in T20 cricket as well, does Corey Anderson. So at least there's no evidence on the in the numbers that you're going to get the control that you're looking for in among your bowlers. But maybe they're seeing something in the nets. He's developed some new.
Yeah, his strike rate actually surprised me. It was 160 odd at Wankhede. So. Maybe that's how they've justified the decision to rest Baz and bring him in.
Of course, he'll smash it today and
go
for 3 and over.
All right. Well, right now it's time to go into our social dugout where we'll find our girl Isha Accent. Isha, I believe we're seeing Sachin in a very interesting light.
Yes, we've seen Sachin playing cricket just about everywhere. But last night I chanced upon a video that made me think it was fake. I mean, check this out. The man himself, Tendulkar, decided to hit a Mumbai street at night and knock around with some locals. Can you imagine their luck? And I doubt that game would have lasted too long though. He could have caused a traffic snarl. Next up, a warning about a prankster on the loose from the Hyderabad team. They say batsmen have it easy in this league, and this aeroplane video just reinforces that. Shekhar Dhawan apparently does not like letting his teammates take a nap, and I bet it's the most uncomfortable we will ever see Rashid Khan this season. This Gabbar is evil indeed. Finally, a shout out to one of our very own, Jamie Faulkner. So, Virat Kohli tweeted a promotional video for his new headwear brand, And in the video, there's a shot of him playing a glorious lofted drive for 6. The bowler happens to be Jimmy. And the sporting lad that our expert is, he replied thus and seemed happy to be part of this. Hey Jimmy, you should ask him for a tiny share of the profits.
Oh, Jimmy.
That's rough.
Somebody had to be hit for 6, right?
Say the jokes were funny, Manisha.
But you took it well. And I mean, if you're going to be hit for 6, at least it is from someone like Virat Kohli, right?
He's hit me for a few.
You were actually saying you were kind of surprised at that ball. You thought it was a good ball in, right?
That's probably my best ball that game, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, that's Virat Kohli for you.
About the other one, Alexis, there's Sachin coming out and playing on the street. Yeah, lovely pictures. But Ajit, what? I mean, he comes out, immediately goes to bat.
Yep.
Doesn't, no questions
Wow,
asked. I get to bat.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean,
There were only some of us who didn't understand that we should have just held on to a bat instead of a ball.
He just immediately went to bat. And no questions asked. I
Must have made their day.
Yes.
Those guys.
Oh yeah, it was lovely to watch. Yeah, sometimes traffic jams in Mumbai can lead to some good stuff once in a while.
There you go. I suppose demigods decide to come and visit us mere mortals every now and again, right?
Yes.
It's a shame I wasn't there. I can bowl a pretty mean ball.
You can start driving around.
I will start driving around if we get a day off. Anyways, I believe we have some bowler talk right now.
Yes,
some leg spinners. Gaurav's got some numbers as per usual.
Yeah, this is with respect to the leggies. Both Markanday and Chahal, both of them are playing, and it would be they've been successful with the googly over the course of this tournament. A lot of bowlers have, but these two have been pretty successful. Markanday especially. We have some numbers with respect to how the top bowlers have fared, and this is about the type of deliveries that Chahal and Markanday have bowled this season so far. Obviously, Markanday has bowled around 36% of his deliveries are googlies, which is quite a bit. So maybe I think with 2-3 games over, I think teams would have started looking at when he bowls it, how often he bowls it, and we saw an evidence of that last game. And if you look at the top 5 bowlers who have actually bowled a googly this season, we have Markanday at the top, almost 4 overs of googlies. We have Mujib, we have Rashid, Tiwati and Chawla. In fact, the top 4 have actually done very well.
These are only the googlies that they've
Yeah,
bowled. So they've Markanday has bowled 24 googlies in this tournament so far.
Yeah, and he's picked 5 wickets. So I'm sure Bangalore would have prepared for that. And Kohli was one of the batsmen who actually got out to a googly, I think, against Mujib. So it'll be interesting to see if they have any other new tricks up their sleeve.
Does this kind of surprise you a little bit? A lot of, and Gaurav and I were talking offline that a lot of these guys are Indians. A lot of Indian players getting out to the googly, not picking it off that. I mean, Virat, yeah, sure that happened, but otherwise as well, there's been success for bowlers bowling this delivery.
It's been a trend for a while now. I think we were talking off air the other day. We've been talking for a while now. I think a lot of batsmen world over don't really pick guys from hand. They'll obviously adjust off the pitch. Those who are better than others adjusted a lot better. It's probably to do with T20 cricket, where you almost see the ball or see the length and you whack the ball and not really worry about how it's come out of the hand. And that's why you see so much success for the leggies in this format.
I think also the wickets are a lot flatter, so you're not seeing big slow turn. And the big thing, I think, the main reason is the run rates are so high now. You're chasing 200 down, 210. Even 180, 190, they're high totals. They're 9 and over, 9, 10 over. So you have to go for it. So it brings in more dismissals. So that's the main reason.
You'll have seen that though. Markanday would have seen what Mujib did the other day to Virat. I mean, the success he had against him that day.
It's also his action a little bit. Quite high arm, not a lot of side spin. So does bowl the googly better than maybe, or turns it more than his leg spin. And he's obviously hides it well.
I just wanted to ask you, is Wankhede as a venue suited for the leg spin or any kind of...
I don't think it's suited for any bowling, really. No, but I mean, at the moment you can see anywhere around the world, somehow wrist spinners are having success, doesn't matter what the conditions are. Yes. You'll get some extra bounce at Wankhede, there's no doubt about it. How much spin there is, we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah,
and the dew also would be a big factor there.
Gaurav, like last game, Bangalore got taken for what, 217 and Chahal was 2 for 22. In his 4, so wrist spinners are having a good time. Markanday did go for a few in the last game. Yeah.
All right, well, I think it's time to check out some of the results from our first poll And we have them now. Now we asked Anderson for McCullum and Gaurav. What don't you know? You said you think this one was going to be split down the middle, and it is exactly 50-50. Well, I did tell you he is a vessel of wisdom on this show, but you're not surprised. What about you guys? Are you surprised that it seems to be split down the middle?
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, but like everyone touched on, it's all about his bowling, if he's bowling or not for me.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think if they'd gone, gone for de Grandin, I think a lot of people would have said it's fine. I think with Corey Anderson, no one quite knows where he's at with his cricket.
Yeah, and obviously this is probably not the venue where they could have considered Moeen Ali as well, because it's a small ground. Spinners will go for plenty at this ground. Otherwise, Moeen Ali is an option at the top of the order for Bangalore as well. So going forward, maybe they'll exercise that.
James was a fan of Moeen Ali there to come in.
Yeah, maybe later in the tournament.
Yeah.
Gaurav, you touched on it before, when the wickets start to tire a little bit. I think he might find his way in the team.
All right, well, let's have a look now at our second poll where we want you guys to get involved. I don't think the answers for this one will be split down the middle, but who knows who will win today on two sides that are feeling the pressure, even though it's pretty early. Just use that heart emoji if you're going to go with Mumbai. And if you're going with Virat Kohli and Bangalore, just choose that other emoji that you just saw, and we'll get to the results in just a bit. Well, as we said, everyone gets a chance, so Corey Anderson's getting his chance today, and we're giving you guys a chance to step into our shoes and see what it's like to be a reporter here at ESPN Cricinfo. And right now we're going to check it out. We're calling it ESPN Cricinfo's The Internship. Let's see who we have today.
Yeah, we're back in the dugout and it's that time again. ESPN Cricinfo, The Internship. You know by now the drill. We have an intern in Mumbai today on Juhu Beach with some cricket fanatics, and they've got a lovely message for their icon.
Well, Mumbai Indians have lost the first 3 IPL games this year, and well, it's not new to Mumbai Indian fans. Like in 2013 they lost the first game and went to win on the title. 2015 they lost like the first 4 matches and won the title, and as well, 2017 as well. So well, maybe this year they can again win the title after 2017, 15 and 13. Do you have one message for Sachin Tendulkar?
Do come here and play with us.
Yes. Do come here and play with you. Yes.
Still play in fact.
We're not too far away from 19A Perry Road, you know.
Yes. And a final message from Mumbai Indians.
Win it for Mumbai cars.
Mumbai Indians.
How lovely to see! The Mumbai fans have still got faith in their team to be able to bounce back after a rocky start this season. That's all from ESPN Cricinfo, The Internship.
Thanks so much, Isha. Well, remember, we want you guys to get involved in the internship with our fan video contest. Just shoot a T20 related video in your city on your phone. Just WhatsApp the video to us on that number, and the selected videos will be featured on our show, and the cast will select a winner by the end of May, the best month of the year. And then the winner will get a chance to intern with the ESPN Cricinfo video team. And trust me, we are a very fabulous team here, aren't we? No bias.
Yes, looking forward to that one. Just someone coming in after winning that contest. You know, since we've got a few minutes left, one of the sort of interesting little subplots in this game is AB de Villiers coming up against Krunal Pandya. Just some numbers up. It's just an odd thing that's happened, but every time these guys have played against each other, Krunal Pandya has got AB de Villiers out, and it's not like de Villiers has completely taken off against him. I'm sure, Ajit, while AB de Villiers, the legendary cricketer that he is of the modern era, Krunal Pandya has never even played for India so far. I'm sure that this is...
he is a Pandya.
Yeah, he's...
So the good Lord blessed us with 2.
But he must be thinking about this. It's one of those sort of odd things that happens in the IPL.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's 4 times is quite a bit, and he'll remember that. I'm sure it doesn't matter how great AB is. I'm sure it'll be at the back of his mind. Maybe he'll try and attack him. I think he tried to do that. One of the dismissals that I remember, he tried to go after him and he got out. I'm sure at some stage in the game we'll see him bowling at AB de Villiers, or maybe as soon as he walks in.
Yes, as soon as, I'm guessing Rohit Sharma is always on with these things. As soon as AB comes into bat, you would think Rohit would turn the ball over to... It's a bit like when Peterson used to come into bat, Dhoni would bring Yuvraj Singh on.
The mind games.
It's a pretty interesting stat, that 4 times. Yeah, I would assume that he'd come straight on as soon as he walked out to bat, because I can't think of any other bowler that want to bowl twins to start with. But yeah, it's quite impressive.
The funny thing was, I think last game he bowled only 1 over, and that was only to AB de Villiers. The last year he didn't bowl anything else, and even this season he's not even bowled much. Surprisingly, he just bowled a couple of overs.
Say it aloud, Gaurav. AB de
I know,
Villiers
just say
is a rabbit when it comes to
everyone has their
Krunal
kryptonite,
Pandya.
I suppose. Everyone has their kryptonite.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes quickly. We'll go through the other head-to-head, Gaurav.
Yeah, in fact, this whole Mumbai versus RCB throws up some good matchups. Even Mitchell McClenaghan, which I just mentioned earlier, with Mitchell McClenaghan versus Virat Kohli, it's very much in favour of Mitchell McClenaghan. So that could be a reason why he's playing in terms of, I think, 4 dismissals again with just 28 balls. It's not like a huge sample. And he scored only 19 runs. So I think there's some obviously Ajit and Faulkner would be better to judge this. Are these mind games more than obviously the Dawal thing didn't work, but at some point this has to reverse, right?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously likes bowling to Virat, and it happens. Even doesn't matter how great a player is. Sometimes you just like bowling to a certain player. I'm sure you got some top players that some others have a problem with, but you're quite comfortable bowling, and maybe McClenaghan is that with Virat.
It also depends when he's getting Virat out. He might not bowl to him. 2 of those dismissals might have been the 19th, 20th over when he's coming back at the end of the innings. So yeah, I'd have to have a look at that for that stat to be spot on.
But also, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily the only reason. I think he's probably their sort of go-to guy if or the first seamer option that they want to play after Mustafizur Rahman.
It's also a bit of a spicy contest. McClenaghan likes to get into the face of the batsman, and Kohli likes that as well.
Love that, man. Feistiness. All right, well, I think we do have some poll results. We do have some poll results. We asked you. This one was not as easy to predict as the last one, or maybe it was actually. Who do you think will win today? Wow, no love for Virat Kohli and Bengaluru at the 1K. A whopping 87% are going with the home team to bounce back. Lord knows that they do need to bounce back. So, hey, maybe tonight is their night.
I still think Bangalore will chase this down. I think this is the sort of night that Virat Kohli enjoys, gets up for. It's a big night, it'll be a full house at the Wankhede against a team full of a lot of high quality players. They've missed out on the run chase last time. I'm going Bangalore.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Mumbai, I think, with the 2 death bowlers that they've got, but also the start they got last game. They should have capitalised on that, got well over 200, so I'm going to back them in.
Yeah, Mumbai for me, I think just the better team out of the 2. And I know there's a Virat and a AB who can, win the game on their own on the day, but Mumbai is a better team overall.
Gaurav?
I'll go for Bangalore. I've been pretty wrong over the last 3-4 days.
One Gaurav had to be wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so we're split down the middle now over here.
What do you think,
50-50.
Cricket is the winner.
Cricket is the winner indeed. What do you have 2 stars for the
ask
lineup
that
there?
question.
She's got
Virat Kohli team, the Virat Kohli team wins.
But I have to root for my
got a
boy
bias,
Evan Lewis as well, so I'm split down the middle. We'll see. I hope cricket just becomes the winner. Anyway, so as you know, Virat Kohli is of course playing tonight. Hopefully he will be hitting some 6s like he hit James for 6. And if you guys are there, all you have to do is just pay attention and enter our Tata Nexon one-handed fan catch. Just catch a 6 with one hand. I know it's still early, but I'm surprised we haven't seen any. And you can win 100,000 rupees and a chance to win a Tata Nexon car. We love cars.
I'd love a free car. But
I'd love a free car too, but unfortunately we can't be at the stadium. Anyways, we're going to go watch the match. We hope that you guys join us in the mid-innings show where we'll be taking all of your questions and comments. See you soon.